Hello guys, this is Hassan Khan. Today I'm going to talk about the main differences between estimator and QS. Often people think there is no difference between these two professions. However, there is a fine line difference between these two professions. An estimator gets involved at the very early stage of the project. When architect comes up with a concept design, then estimator needs to put a budget together, and then as the design develops, and then estimator needs to update the budget at the same time. And once the budget is fully developed, and then he negotiate with the main contractor, and main contractor or could be a client, and if client agrees, then they sign the contract and it's a legally binding contract. So this is where the job of an estimator ends. So an estimator gets involved at the early stages of the project, so he never gets involved at the later stage of the project. And then after that, then he is going to pass on to a QS, and then a QS is going to look after from that point to the completion of the project. So QS, he's got a budget port from estimator, and then he needs to make sure that budget never goes up. So he wants to buy things cheaper than whatever the initial budget was. So he needs to let the packages to the different subcontractor. So it could be groundwork contractor, and glazing contractor, facade contractor, roofing and metalwork, and all these contractors, and make sure he buys the everything cheaper than the original budget. He also draft the construction forms for various subcontractors. So if it's a JCT, NEC or FIDIC, whatever forms it is, so he needs to draft the contracts and negotiate with the construction terms and everything. He also needs to send the application, monthly application, in order to get payment from the client or main contractor, and at the same time he needs to pay the application for the subcontractor as well. So these are the main jobs for a QS, and also as I explained earlier on, the duties or main jobs for an estimator. So these are the main difference. So basically a QS gets involved after the contract signed off, and then an estimator gets involved at the very early stage of the project till the contract signed off. So an estimator is his involvement throughout the pre-construction stage, and the QS has involvement throughout the post-construction of the stage. So these are the main differences between these two professions. Thank you very much.